Jim's raised bed garden. It's June, but it doesn't seem like June. Cold breeze, plenty showers, and unfortunately today, as I'm filming, we've got new neighbours, so apologies for any kids playing, grinders going. I'll try my best to cut it all out, but what I want to do today is give you a little tour of Jim's raised bed garden, and I hope you enjoy. And if you've got any advice, please drop us a line in the comments and I'll be over the moon. Let's go. Right folks, we'll start off with the tomatoes, which is not much to see really, plenty of greenery, and I got a problem with this tomato here, which these leaves are a bit concerning, and this is a money maker. I've taken a few of the leaves off. We've got no flowers. Oh sorry, we got one flower there, but a little bit worried in case it passes to the other tomatoes in there, but slow progress. Flowers on there, a couple of tomatoes. I don't know if I'm showing you them there. There's tomatoes there. Sweet pepper in the corner. There's the beginnings of a couple of peppers there. I'm trying to see what that tomato is. There's another money maker. So I've got some flowers on there. So they obviously need sorting out. I need to get me clamps on, and this one looks a bit bedraggled. A bit worrying there. But I've got my flowers in the pots, and I've got my water bottles in. So this discolouring on these shouldn't have anything to do with water and being wet. I just feed them into there, the water. A nice cucumber. A nice sunflower, which is only in there temporarily. It's 1 out of 4, so I wasn't very pleased at first, but I shared a few pictures on my Instagram account, and had some nice comments back, so I thought, well, it's obviously working. But this end is just a couple of flowers on these tomatoes, but not much. I think they're a little bit cluttered, aren't they? I think I've already decided next year, I think I've got 10 pots in here. I think next year we're going to cut that back down to 8. Give them a bit more space for air. But we'll see how that goes. Right folks, I've got me garlic and the onions. The onions are falling over, so I'm presuming that's because they're ready. It's starting to bulb up, so I was tempted to leave them in as long as I can, but I do need this bed, as I'll explain later on. The garlic, I'm pleased with the garlic, considering at the beginning it just wasn't really doing much in the way of showing. Took ages, or seemed to be taking ages to get going, but yeah, pleased with that. So we might pull some of this, and like I said earlier on, I might show you a little bit of the results of the garlic and a few of these onions as well. Move on to my the joke that is my Swede and Brussels. I got Brussels on the brain. Beetroot. Beetroot's in there, and really I needed to get into this and get it sorted. But I've been having bother with my arthritis, and I've been a bit rough really, so I know it has to be done in the next few days, and I'm tempted just to leave the cover off. But I think we definitely need to thin them out, and alley at my rusty garden and a couple on my Instagram. So trying to get some air circulating underneath there and just see what's what. But as I say, I haven't been able to get on with that. And next to it is my rondo peas, flying away really now. No, I wasn't going to put any support up on here, but I was advised to. When you're supposed to go to 3.5 foot, and I thought, oh, it'll be more like a bush. How wrong I was. There's plenty of flowers on, so we're doing well for flowers, but there's no sign of any peas yet. Jury's out on these, like. As I'll show you over the back here, my alderman peas. They're absolutely, I think they're flying, really. But as you can see, we have a few peas. So I think, to be fair, the alderman peas seem to be doing better than my rondo peas. But the rondo peas, Royal Horticultural Society award winners. Which is what attracted me to them in the first place, and the fact they were small and it said they didn't need any support. So I think the jury's out. I think next year I'll only grow one. It'll be either alderman or rondo, but we'll see how that goes. Show you the two greenhouses shortly, but these are my sweet peas. And to be honest, I thought, oh my goodness, they're not growing at all, waste of time. But all of a sudden I have shot away, but no sign of any flowers yet. Absolute massive green. So jury's out on them as well. Like I say, many a time I just can't grow flowers. They just don't want to know. But if these turn out, then obviously I'll grow them again, because everyone seems to think they're nice. And time will tell. Right, on to my sweet pepper. Yes, there he is there. I'm really pleased. I mean, there's more flowers up on there, and I'm keeping it in this greenhouse all the time. So I got my beetroot in there. Unfortunately, I've still got the beetroot. And some marigolds in there. Just need to be potted on those. But quite pleased with the sweet pepper. And then here, this is the reason I need to get my raised bed empty. Some leeks, we're doing really well. And in there I have my, I don't really see them, to be fair. They're my sunflowers. So, lots of flowers I've planted out, viola and pansies. Some cabbage. I've got 5 cabbage, which I need that bed for, really. I need to get these out. They've been beaten, they've been eaten, even in here. So the rest of the flowers, I've got a few leeks there, like small French marigolds and some calendula, which I really like. I'll show you my calendula later on. So here in my 6 30-litre pots. Get it right, Jim. So I've got 2 lots of celery in there, 3 in each. I don't know if I'll put too many in, but we'll certainly try that to start with. And I know they say they need loads of water, so we'll keep an eye on them. 4 lettuce in there. I mean, lettuce has been a total failure this year. Total. And then the other 2, I have a courgette in each. And then this last one, I don't think it's worked, but I'll persevere. It's another tomato plant. Seemed to be perking up last night, but today it's just keeling over, so I'm not sure how long to persevere with that, and maybe get rid of it and put something else in there. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Nothing ventured, nothing gained as this year. Alright, go down the back here. I have my 1 pot of potatoes. Now these are flowered, so I think really they might be due next week or 2. But look at the height on these compared to the height on the other potatoes. Planted at the same time. The Charlottes, by the way. I think you can tell in the heights here. I've got 5 lots of Charlottes and 3 lots of Cara. The Cara seem to be getting a bit taller, but I have to put some manure down the valleys of these. I can't really see the valleys, but they're there in between the 4 rows, and I think that was down to Nigel, Muddy Boots, and I should have done it a little while ago actually. So we'll have some manure. Might even just stick to the Cara and not use it in valleys for the Charlottes. But if anyone hasn't seen or visited Muddy Boots, Nigel Dukes, I'll put his details in the description box. Full of information. Really nice fella, and I wanted me to do him a bit of justice with getting this right. It's an old video of his, and he used that system, so I thought we'll give it a try. I think the Charlottes might be due. I think it had 12 weeks, so 12 weeks is up at the end of the month. So we're at the 8th today, so I'll just keep going. I think I'm looking forward to the Charlottes. Everybody else seems to be pulling theirs, but never mind. Lovely potatoes anyway. Now for me Brussels. I'm going to take the netting off there. Not sure how you can see them, but they're all flying. Really pleased. I need to stake them, I think. Now this only supposed to go 3.5 foot, hence the small frame. But I think the last lot were a different variety, and they were a lot higher than 3.5 foot. So I'll watch these with interest. But overall I'm really pleased. And here we have outside tomatoes. There's a few flowers. They need straightening up and things, and maybe it's better stakes in. But yeah, quite pleased. It seems to be constantly windy here, it's ridiculous. So hopefully this little frame takes the pressure off them, they're not getting battered too much. Yep, progressing nicely. And here, got my onion bed, which is desperate for a weed. Let's see, I've still got a little bit of space in there on the far side. So I think the next few days, get it weeded, and get something else planted in there. I think I've got enough onions, so I'm definitely considering some more carrots. But if you've got any ideas what else I can plant in there with onions, I'd appreciate a little bit of advice. But I'd say it's desperate for a weed. And over here we have our spare garlic. It's doing fine, to be fair. But this was only put in as a spare. I've got 2912, I think. A little bit of yellow at the bottom. Now I don't know if that's rust or if it's they're getting ready to be pulled. I think either way I'm going to have to take them out, aren't I? And my spare onions. A few of these have gone to seed, but they're not massive. But I don't mind that, we can still use them. So I think we'll be getting a bit, well, there's Archie, he's my noise. We get a few of these pulled out and get them chopped up and put in the freezer. Dog alley here. I'll just pause for a few seconds. Alright folks, brought us back. I got the excitement of the dogs out the way. The neighbour had decided to cut his grass, so this is my strawberry bed. I'm trying desperately to zone in on these strawberries. I can't really see, they look better in the human eye than on camera, but I'll pull a few. Let's see that. God, they are there. There's a load of them. Problem I've got is some of them are only half done, if you know what I mean. So the part that's not in the sunshine are not getting done. This one up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them and I'll take them indoors and finish them off indoors. So not so many flowers, there's the odd flower now, but one of them, unfortunately for me, been got. I wasn't quick to get it out. What a shame. Actually, in with me strawberries and with me shallots, which are flying. But again, this bed's desperate for a bit of weed. So I've got plenty of shallots, plenty of strawberries. So overall I'm quite pleased. Yeah, quite pleased indeed. Alright guys, this is my carrot bed. Two shine I've decided to show them, but not many. Not many. I mean, these are okay. I'll thin these out, and these definitely need thinning out. Autumn King too. I've had one go at thinning them out, so they're not too bad. We had some century onions in there, which are not great, but it's a nice little bulb on that one. So I think we'll might pull those and use them as spring onions. There's the breeze away again, I'll probably use for that. But yeah, I'm thinking in the onion bed where I've got a bit of space, I might do some more onion and more carrots. But I think rather than two Sean, I think I'll go with the Autumn King too. just seemed as though they work better for me. I don't know why. Anyone else had problems with Touchon? Honestly, all I've heard is good reports from particularly Jesse Plot 37 and Mark Allotment Plot up in Scotland there. Seem to love Touchon, but don't seem to want to work for Jim. Anyway, it's enough of me waffling. So I'll just finish this video off today now, and I'll have a little bit extra at the bottom where I'll be pulling some of my onions. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed, watched my videos, particularly commenting. I really appreciate it. And like I say, one day we might get to 100, but walk before you can run, yeah. So like I say, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Like I say, a little bit extra with some onions and garlic pulling, I think. See you later.